I find it so interesting. Every day we wake up is work, repeat, work, repeat, work, repeat. Get 2 days out the week just to kind of breathe. Wake up from breathing, work, repeat, work, repeat. For most of us, Monday through Friday, weekends off. Some people, they have irregular schedules. You got bills to come home to, family, if you got your own family, a wife and kids, whatever. You got all these responsibilities waiting for you that you have to take care of. You got a car you got to maintenance and take care of. You got mortgage or rent you got to maintain and take care of. And in the midst of that, you got to throw in making sure you're healthy, making sure your body works, okay. So you got to try to get yourself a checkup every once or twice a year if you can. Squeeze it in your schedule of just working all the damn time. And then on top of that, you got to be kind of physically active because that's what they tell you to be. You can't just be sitting around the house just eating and sleeping. So you try to squeeze a little sprinkle of that in your life. But, really you're inconsistent with that because that's not really a priority to you over your bills and taking care of yourself and staying above water. What is the point of living this life if every day you're just trying to get to the next day? You can't even live if that's how your life is. And that's everybody, including myself. Everybody is living on this hamster wheel of day to day, work, repeat, come home, bills, family, responsibilities, stress, worry, trying to do everything you can do for yourself when you can, family. And then you got people that have these expectations for you that are putting you through this mental gymnastics of making you feel like you're not going anywhere with your life, but they don't have nothing going for themselves really either. But it's more convenient to make it seem like you're the one that's off track. And it's like nobody can give anybody no advice on how to live this life. Everybody is going through some kind of struggle. And we all going through the exact same struggle on a day-to-day basis. And it's not so much of that work is bad or paying bills is bad or having a family to take care of is really bad. It's just when you're doing all of that, but there's no really return on investment besides just staying above water. You're able to still have food, a place, a job, a car, because you're taking care of all these things to maintenance it so you can have those things. But it's like besides the essential, what am I getting out of this life? What is the point of waking up every single day besides having to take care of my responsibilities? So this is why I hate when I see young, like teenagers just skipping class, hanging outside the school, smoking weed, looking like they just want to be outside and be seen and be cool. They're not taking their life serious. They're not taking that time period serious because they don't understand what's on the other side of 18. When you get over 18, that's when really you starting to get your feet up under you. You don't have nothing when you a teenager. Your mom and daddy take care of you, if anybody take care of you. You ain't paying no bills for the most part. You feel me? Most of the time you don't even have your own car yet. Mom and dad still dropping your ass off places. A lot of these kids are so ungrateful about how good they got it. They want to be grown so fast, so quick, but they don't understand what's waiting for them on the other side of 18. Even for some kids, even earlier, but most of them over 18. You get out of high school and you got to get a job and you got to figure out what you want to do with your life. And you know how it go from 18 to like 21, 22, you're going to waste pretty much all that time just doing nothing, just floating around, trying to still be cool like it's high school. And then you hit about 24, 25. That's when your brain starts to really kick in gear. Like I need a fucking career. I got to really get my own spot. I need to have more money coming in. I got to take care of myself. A lot of us don't really get ourselves wrapped around the mindset of being an adult until our late 20s. But when you finally reach this stage in life where you're a full adult, you realize, well, I had all these dreams when I was younger. I had all these goals when I was younger. And I feel like I have what it takes to become it. But I just feel like life got in the way. I want to go to the studio and record music and do my thing. But that costs money. Either I'm going to put $100 towards the studio session or $100 towards my rent. And I have to have rent to be, I have to have my rent to stay here. So I guess I'm gonna put the $100 towards my rent. I guess there's no studio session this month. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to follow your goals and your dreams if you don't got no money to invest in it. And most of the time, you got to have money to invest in whatever you're trying to do, whether it's go to college, trade school, like pursue your music career, acting career. Like, you got to put some kind of financial money invested in that in order to even see anything come out of that. You can't just do it for free. It's not for free. Nothing in this life is for free. And if it is, run. Don't do it. But it's just like, what is the point of this? What is the point of every day struggling just to stay above water? You're pretty much barely keeping your nose above water. You're bubbling at the water line. You're just damn near breathing a few gulps every 5 head, ups you get throughout the water. You almost drowning for the most part, but you still breathing. You still kind of paddling a little bit. And that's how everybody is for the most part on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. But we have this this belief it's going to get better. It's going to get better. I got to keep working, keep grinding. And we get that crammed in our brain from these influencers that we watch on YouTube and whatever, Instagram. And I'm not saying you just to stop working and stop grinding, but it's like after a while of so many years, you start looking at your life like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why aren't I really seeing the fruits of my labor yet? A lot of people, sadly, are never going to ever stop working a 9-to-5 job. They're never going to stop having a boss. Most people are never going to ever know what it feels like to just wake up and do whatever they want to do. Money's not a problem. Like, financial burdens is lifted. Like, they still got bills to pay, probably even more because they got more money, but it's not a big deal because they got plenty of money. They can pay it. It's not a big deal. Most people will never experience being able to just wake up and go on a cruise and just be gone for about 3-4 months on a cruise, on a yacht, just chilling, having a good time, taking pictures, bringing their family and loved ones with them. Most people will never have that ability in this lifetime to be able to just do that. To be able to buy whatever they want to buy without looking at the price tag. Being able to get certain things fixed about themselves that they've always been insecure about, that now they can do whenever they want to. And they can go to the best of the best of the best to do it. Some people will never experience that ability, that access. And it just makes you think to yourself, why are we here? What is the point of just living like this? This is not living. This is not what generates happiness. Imagine being in this state of mind, living in this reality, and on top of that, you don't have any friends, you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, and it's just you, and you're by yourself most of the time, and most of your time is spent worrying about things that have never happened and thinking about things that already happened. And every day you're just crying yourself to sleep because you wish your life was better. Like, imagine having that going on top of just life shit happening. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with on a day-to-day basis mentally. People are losing their minds every single day, having nervous breakdowns, just flashing out because people are stressed. People are tired. Everybody has to work. Everybody has to pay bills. These are obligations that we didn't sign up for, but we kind of did because we decided to grow up to be an adult. We kind of just had to fall in line. But once you fall in line and you get the gist of how this thing go and how it works, it really leaves you thinking, man, like, when do we get like a vacation? You can put in for vacation for your job, but it's like, when is the actual reward of working all these years consistently going to be a payoff to where you don't have to work for nobody ever again and you're set for life and you can wake up in the morning and you can have just money just falling out your bank account. You got all the access in the world to do whatever you want to do. Like, when does that ever happen? For most people, that's never going to happen. Most people are going to work to the day they die. Worry about bills to the day they die. Chase on this hamster wheel to the day they die. Most people are never going to experience that. And it just makes me question a lot of stuff. And it makes me ask, like, what is the point of just life? The life that we all live. Some people live a life where they are living in that fantasy world of being able to be ultra successful with money, with everything you can imagine. And I'm not even saying they're all the way happy, because even, we hear stories about them not even being happy. They're depressed, suicidal. Like, so you really can't win. There is no winner in this thing. Even if you have it all, it seems like you're still unfulfilled. I mean, I'd rather have more money and be kind of in a state where I can take care of myself and my family and maybe deal with that versus being bubbling above water, damn near about to drown, because I'm just flooded with all this responsibility that I'm barely able to take care of. Like, you gotta pick your poison. But it's like both sides of the sword don't lead to happiness. So it leaves me with the question, like, what is the point of life? What is the end goal to this? What is the end goal? I need an answer. I need somebody to answer that question for me. What is the end goal? Because I don't know. And I'm serious. I'm really asking that question. Like, what is the end goal to this? Because, I mean, like I say, Monday's going to be here. And then it's going to be Friday. And then it's going to be the weekend. And guess what? It's going to be Monday all over again. And for the most part, ain't shit changed. Same shit, different day. I just need an answer. What is the end goal to all this?